Hi, this is Paul Posey, the author of 15 books now. I just want to take a second to tell you why I wrote these books. It hurt so bad to realize where I was in life. To go back and look at how I came to be. To look at the decisions my mother and my father made. They didn't ask me. They just did what they did. And then I was born. And then I fathered some kids. And I just kept living, more like surviving. And when I got tired of surviving, I came to a point in my life where I was going to have to start living. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. I had to make a lot of changes. It hurt a lot. And I hurt some people. I mean, you are responsible for every decision that you make. And everybody who's connected to your decisions, you're responsible to them too. This is where, I was watching a video today about how our young people are going to prison and shooting each other. And the biggest question I have is, where were their parents? Where were their parents? What were their parents doing that put those kids in the streets to interact with each other, to want to rob and steal each other? Where were their moms and dads? Then it made me go back further. What was the life like for the moms and dads of those kids? Where were they? Why are people making kids and not loving them? Well, as I started digging backwards, the parents told me how they weren't loved. So they say, how can I love this child if I was never loved? Wow. If you never loved, it's hard to make loving decisions. It really is. Because you're totally jacked up. But now you have a chance to change that. My daughter says, break the generational curse. Roger that. We didn't know it was a curse because this is the norm that you gave us. It wasn't a curse to us. We were kids. We wanted to be loved. But you didn't love us. So we sought love in other places, the wrong places, with the wrong people, with the wrong idea what love is. This is what you made. You made a mess. And we need to stop being afraid to say we made a mess, because these are lives that are connected to our mess. But people keep telling me you need to know where you came from. I didn't have to look back that far. Nope. Just looked a little bit back there. And what I saw was disturbing. So it made me look forward. Look at what I made and the mess I was about to make. That's where responsibility and accountability comes in. And you can't turn away from that. You can't. And they depend on you, which I'm talking about your kids, living forward. They depend on you to get it right. They don't want to hear any excuses or lame reasons why you can't get it right, because it's on their time that you're supposed to be loving and great parents. Now, you can't do that without effort, but look how the cycle goes. Someone didn't love them and they didn't love us. Now, what do? This is what I think sacrifice looks like. The painful comfort zone we hang out in that stops us from giving to them. Moving from that spot, that is the sacrifice. Not giving up your days off of work. No. None of that. People don't want to take responsibility of that. Our children need us to love them, point blank. And if you can't love somebody, don't make somebody. Get it? If you can't love somebody, don't make nobody. It's so hard for us to understand that. But we so hurt and we want love so bad that we put ourselves in the lion's mouth for love, and then we create children. And you think because you don't beat them, you're not abusing them? Really? That's silent abuse called neglect. Putting them in survival mode for 25 years. No, that ain't right. It ain't right. This is why I do what I do, because it ain't right. And it may not be fixed on my watch. It may not. But I know for sure I'm going to speak up and say what needs to be said. Because I was taught to lie about how I felt. And in lying about how I felt, it hurt who I made. Because they really didn't know who I was. And I was an old hurt boy pretending to be dad. Until you can tell yourself the truth, you really can't move forward. You can't. People pretend all the time. I see them pretending. You can't pretend to have it together. You can't pretend it. No. Either you have it or you don't. And if you're going to be a parent, you might want to get it. Because you can't allow yourself to do what was done to you. You're responsible. The toughest thing is we can't hold you accountable, but you're still responsible. So I can probably go on for days about this. Just thought I'd take a minute to say something about why I think that parenting is the most important job in the world. For people you create you don't even know. And you should get yourself together before you make those little people. Because they really, really need you. You are their alpha and you are their omega. They listen to you. They hang off every word. They model exactly what you do. You are responsible for them. Just had a hot minute. Peace.